We've got a beautiful green 1970 XLCH Harley Davidson Sportster Ironhead. And it's got one issue, well, it's got multiple issues at the moment, but the one issue we're going to do today is it's got an oil sumping or wet sumping condition where basically when you go to start the bike, it spits oil onto the ground. Got a little bit of oil coming out. It's not supposed to do that. And it's because there is a check valve, an oil pump check valve, that is not functioning the way it's supposed to, and it allows oil to drain down into the crankcase. And then when you try to start the engine, it will spit out the excess oil onto the ground. And it comes out of this little overflow breather tube here. It spits out of there, which you can see that tube just empties right there, straight onto the ground. You may also be able to tell that on this particular bike, it's pretty oily on the bottom here. It's been oil sumping for a while, I believe. And the way we're going to fix this is on our oil pump, which is right here. This guy right there, right behind that is the oil pump over there. Or down under here, maybe this is our best view. But yeah, this guy right here is our oil pump. In front of that oil pump, we've got a pressure sensor right here, and then we're going to take that pressure sensor off, and then we're going to take off, there's another piece behind that holds in a spring, and behind that spring is a little ball bearing check valve, and those are the two little pieces that we want to look at. All right, so this guy here is a half-inch wrench on there. Fits perfectly. I do need to take this connection here on the end off. So that I'm not spinning that wire. I'm expecting this to get a little messy. There's that guy off of there. That's just a pressure switch, basically. And then if I had a 1-inch socket, I could fit that over here. Because yeah, you can see it's just a big nut on there, basically. And behind this nut, this point here, is a spring, and our check valve is right behind this guy. All right, so I don't have a 1-inch socket. I do have a 1-inch wrench here, open-ended wrench, and I'm not sure if this will fit in here. Aye. All right, I'm also employing a little swivel socket here on the end. Oh, all right, we got it. All right, there's our spring on the end here. I've got a new spring to go on here. This is some nice fresh oil on here too. You have to see the ball bearing. So I've got a magnet. I don't know if that magnet does not fit in there. All right, I just happen to have a bunch of these neodymium magnets, and hopefully this will work. Yes. All right, so there is the ball bearing. Yeah, so there's our ball bearing. This is, you're supposed to inspect it for like pitting and horrible conditions. And this looks just fine. So this is our spring. This is our spring part number and all that stuff on there. And this is not Harley specific. It's from Eastern Motorcycle. So I got this from, I don't remember where. I don't know. I'll put a link in the description where I got this stuff from. And I've got some new ball bearings. I'll put a new one in there because why not? It is possible that the problem is just the spring is worn out on this. You should be able to tell here in a minute if we compare the two springs. It's slightly longer. Definitely not by much longer there. The spring is supposed to be 1 15/64 of an inch. If it's below that, replace it. The other possibility is that the seat itself is got some damage or whatever, or there's just some junk in there. So new ball bearing in. Just gonna go ahead and put the spring on to this guy and thread this back in there. Put my wire connection back on there. And there's a little lock washer that goes on. And then the little tiny nut. So this is a pretty simple job if you've got all the parts, or I've got all the tools and stuff on hand. I did not, so I had to run around and search them down. Like I said, if it doesn't work, there are other steps. All right, so if this does not work, I'll come back through, I'll redo all this work I just did, and I'll take a ball bearing and a punch here, and I'll seat that ball bearing down in there, sort of reseat it, because the seat in there is supposed to be a softer metal like a copper or a bronze. And so I should be able to sort of essentially reshape that seat to fit the ball bearing better. You might ask, why don't I just take the whole thing out and clean it out really well? Well, in order to take that oil pump out of there, which would be the next step, you have to take the whole engine out. So I'm trying to avoid that. It may happen at some point. There's a lot of work I need to do on this old bike here. It hasn't really been maintained in over a decade. So I need to, there's quite a bit of stuff I'm going to be doing on this bike. But I'd like to sort of get the minimum going so that I can actually put it on the road, and then we can work through the problems as they come up. You know, a little bit here, a little bit there. I'll put links in the video description to where I got all these parts from. But yeah, hopefully that's a helpful video. We'll see you next time.